everyone, welcome to another vlog on the World of Coasters. You're probably seeing this vlog in the end of November if I followed my upload schedule properly. But we're here and it's actually the end of September right now, and we are at Thorpe Park at the tail end of our mega trip around the UK. And we've come here just to experience Oktoberfest and all that. So we're going to go around the park and experience some of the rides. You excited to get on some of the rides, Lou?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in.
Louise's ticket, for some reason, I had the same issue. We scan it and it won't let us in. And Louise scanned again and it said her annual pass was validless. So we might have to go to guest services later to find out why her ticket is validless, because it's valid till next year. Start by going into the park and heading towards Saw, that sort of direction, have a look at the festival area, which I don't know when that opens. You excited for today though, Lou?
Yeah, we couldn't go on Saw last time.
No, it was down. It opened in the last hour when we'd gone home because we'd done everything. This is only our second visit to Thorpe Park of this season because of what's been going on, and I'm pumped to get back on some rides, you know, the likes of Nemesis Inferno and Swarm.
Yeah.
I don't know if Louise will give Colossus a go today. It's the only coaster here she hasn't been on. Colossus isn't too bad at the front if you get it nice and early. But Lou, it looks like Tidal Wave might be running today, and all the other water rides, which is good to see.
I want to go on Tidal Wave.
Oh, well, you'll have to go on Colossus to get me on Tidal Wave.
Did you bring the raincoats?
No, oh, they're in the boot, yeah.
Maybe after lunch then. Maybe
Possibly.
Go back and get them.
So yeah, we're going to head round to where the Oktoberfest is and have a look and hopefully have a good day. Like I say, it's the end of September at the moment, so it's really quiet in the park. The car park is like barely even half full, if that. It is just gone 10 o'clock, those people are still coming in, but they're trickling in at a nice slow pace, so we should get loads of re-rides done today. So here we are in the Lost City near Colossus, the world's first 10 looping roller coaster by Intamin. Now, during our mega trip we went to Flamingo Land and saw the 2.0 version of this coaster, which has a much steeper drop and lap bars. And I've got to say, Colossus needs a bit of TLC. I've always said it, to catch up. It needs the lap bar trains. But just having a look at how many people are on this coaster, there's only 4 people on it. That's incredible! 4 people on a roller coaster. So the main differences between Colossus and the one at Flamingo Land is the one at Flamingo Land has the 2.0 version, like I said, which has a much steeper drop, and it has the much meatier Intamin track, so you have the free spine track which you see along here and here, rather than like just in certain areas, like it's all free spine along here as well. Looks like they're running 2 trains, which is good, and yeah.
Your hands regularly using soap and water. Pay with...
Right, so we're in the queue for Colossus first ride of the day. Managed to talk Louise onto it. Hopefully we won't get her back, because Louise won't go on it if we're at the back, because it's notoriously rough. So the queue for this one is really short. They're not got the front row queue open, so we should only be waiting like 5 minutes as advertised. We've just come off of Colossus, a quick 5-minute queue for that. However, just a small little issue in the queue there. When we got to the front, Louise obviously didn't want to sit at the back, and we literally score the back seat every time on coasters.
And I'm really not good with intensity. Like, I would stick on your roller coaster.
Colossus is known for being quite rough at the back, so we said, you know, we'd just say, you know, can we be nearer the front? Not the front though.
The middle.
And the operator who was batching said, yeah, that's fine. Just wait here and we get you sorted. Then his colleague came over and was like, no, we can't do that.
She went absolutely mad.
So yeah, in the end he came over and was like, yeah, I said this, and she was still having none of it, saying no, that's not allowed. It's like, well, your colleague said, and with, you know, he's batched everyone else into the row, so it's not like an issue. But I think she thought we wanted the front row, so.
And then actually made us sit not in the front row, and I was like, do you think I care? Like,
we just wanted to be closer to the front because Colossus is notoriously rough, and Louise is not a fan of rough roller coasters. And it was the only way I'd get Louise on Colossus.
And I said in the queue, I'm not going on it if I'm back row, and it was bloody back row.
And did you enjoy the coaster ride?
Yes, because it wasn't on the back.
It is quite rough, but that's obviously because of the shoulder restraints. If I had the lap bar trains, it would be super smooth. It's just them lap bars. So anyway, where are we going now? I thought we were going Saul. We walked straight past it.
So we've got a queue.
Oh, has it got a queue? So we're going to have a look at the festival area, which is just around the corner here, and go from there. So over here, they've actually got some more signage up for the Black Mirror Labyrinth, which was meant to open this season, but is closed obviously due to COVID. This is an interactive maze, which is even more reason why it's closed. But yeah, they seem to have done a bit more work around here. Still haven't ripped the slammer out. I don't know when they're going to rip it out because it's obsolete and obviously not able to operate. So hopefully they get rid of it soon. Right, so we're coming round through Old Town now, and they've closed off the shooting gallery, which is new for this year, and we're just going to be entering the Oktoberfest area, which is just through in the old Twin Sisters or Sticky Sisters dining area. You can probably hear as well, they've got their soundtrack playing for Oktoberfest. So a bit like Alton Towers, they've done some of the rides with a new like Band soundtrack, and it sounds really good. In fact, I actually prefer a lot of their soundtracks to Alton Towers, which is weird because Alton Towers had theirs planned from the beginning of the season, and Thorpe Park kind of announced it just during the summer. They were like,
I feel like Alton Towers, I mean, I don't know, we haven't experienced it yet, but I think Alton Towers would have put more effort and more money into
Probably.
it. The soundtrack is...
Oh, I love it here. Like I say, the place to be is in here. I don't know when it starts, but the park's open till 5 today. Right, so just having a look at some of the offerings in the Bavarian Bar and Kitchen, which, like I say, was the Sticky Sisters a few seasons back. It's basically sponsored by Rollover.
Yummy.
So you've got your Bavarian bratwurst and all that. And
oh, this is Luke's favourite.
I do. No, that is insulting. As you can probably hear behind me, they have proper German-like announcements and everything. So I think we're going to head over to Nemesis now and get on our next ride of the day. Look at the weather; it is perfect for a day on the island like no other. We're coming around to where Darren Brown's Ghost Train is, and obviously Darren Brown's Ghost Train is closed all season because of the contact with the VR headsets and all that. So they've turned it into their Oktoberfest area, including the main stage at the end. So yeah, they've done quite a good job here. It's nowhere near the grand scale of Alton Towers, but I feel that they filled the area quite nicely, obviously with Darren Brown being shut. Yeah.
They don't have the space.
Obviously this opens a bit later on, but you can get your beer, your bratwurst, and obviously they've got a stage like like Alton Towers. So that's the Oktoberfest offerings, which actually looks quite good, doesn't it? Obviously, like I said, the park's only open till 5 today, so it's not going to be dark in that area, but the live entertainment later should be good. Anyway, we're heading round to the Rumble Rapids, which have been renamed and given a bit of a retheme for Oktoberfest. The Umpa Rapids. So we're going to go over there now, heading through Angry Birds Land. It's good to see Tidal Wave running after being closed for so long. Alright, so crowd levels at the moment are relatively low, which is good because it means all the rides have really short queues. Obviously, with it being a school day and the kids being back at school, we're going to be able to enjoy plenty of rides today. Right, so we're just about to go on the Umpa Rapids. You excited to get on the Umpa Rapids? It's got a blaring Umpa band. Can't film on this one, guys, so we'll see you when we get off of the ride. So I love what they've done with the Rumble Rapids. It's nothing too over the top, just a new soundtrack and a few new announcements. Plus the signs have been stapled over. The new soundtrack by Nick Hudson sounds really good. Hudson. Did I say Hudson? Hudson, I do apologise. Anyway, we're going to be heading round to Nemesis next, the B&M Invert from 2003. Not quite as good as Nemesis, but it's still up there. It is a good custom layout B&M coaster, so we'll see you in the queue for that one. Decided to give Nemesis a miss for now, as it's currently got a 45-minute queue. It is queuing into the extension. I know they're holding people short at the station, but it still has a good half an hour queue, I reckon. It appears to be only running one train from what I can tell. So we're going to go on Detonator over here, the Farbury drop tower from 2001, and then head over to Nemesis, not Nemesis, Swarm Island to ride the Swarm.
Fuel day with us on the island line. However, please follow all COVID-19 safety instructions.
So some nice Oktoberfest sound on the Detonator ride as well, so we'll see you when we get off that and enjoy some shots of the ride. Come off of Detonator, one of my favourite drop towers in the UK. I think it's only topped by Apocalypse at Drayton Manor. I love that one. We're heading over to the Swarm now, the 2012 B&M's wing coaster. It used to be my favourite in the country, but since Icon got here, that's moved to second now. Yeah, I have seen people with the freestyle drink cups, but not too many, and like Louis said, the stations are closed. Quick detour into the mega store, and I've just noticed Storm Surge, sadly we won't be going on today. So with Storm Surge you have to be in a minimum group of 4 people, because obviously they can't social distance in the rings, and those rings require weight. So sadly we won't be going on that one. That's a good water ride as well. Anyway, just having a look at some of the masks they got available here. They've got your disposable ones, and then they've actually got some themed ones now. So you've got a stealth one here, a swarm one, and your classic Thorpe Park one. I do love the Thorpe Park t-shirts they've got this season. Their clothes merch has come a long way. However, I'm trying to be good at the moment, and we don't want to be spending on merch. Darren Brown merch, the ride that you can't ride this year. We've also got their retro range this year. It all seems to be in stock still. I do like the mug here, the Thorpe Park Rangers mug, but they've also got this t-shirt back in stock that I really like. It's a Thorpe Rangers t-shirt, £15, and we can get a discount on these.
You need it.
So the refillable vessels, some of the stations are open. So this one's open, and the one in the Dome is also open. I imagine the one near Saw is also open. So as we enter Swarm Island now, they're doing something for Halloween here. They're doing a scare zone called Swarm the Invasion.
It's huge, this area.
Which goes off like when they first made this with Les Coogan and all of that. If you know who Les Coogan was, he was the guy that was like running around the park in 2011 saying the end is nigh, and he was doing advertising around the park. So they're going to be turning this whole area into a scare zone, which will be interesting to do. Obviously I love the Swarm, second favourite UK coaster, first wing coaster in the UK. They've still got their shop shut over here, so I don't think that's going to be open anytime soon. They have, however, got their screens back here, but they actually have hand sanitizer there, so for using it. It looks like they're running 2 trains. This is normally walk on quiet days, guys, so we'll see you after we're a bit on the ride. just come off our first ride of the Swarm of the day. I love that.
My hair is now down.
It's so smooth. I just love it. Being in wing coasters. Like, I'm not a fan of the vest restraints.
I miss
it. Yeah.
No, that was so much fun.
We'll definitely do that one later. Anyway, we're going to go over to the Flying Fish now, and then we'll probably go looking around with some lunch before we go on with the rest of our day. So we've had our lunch now, and I have had a midday wardrobe change.
I haven't.
We've decided the next ride we're going to do is Tidal Wave, so I've dug out a t-shirt that was in the back of my car, and I'm going to wear this for Tidal Wave and then change back to my other t-shirt. Anyway, we're going back into the island like no other. We'll see you over by Admiralty Cove for Tidal Wave. Day to go on a ride that just gets you plain right soaked, but it's about, according to my car, it's 25 degrees in the car park, so it's a lovely day to go on it with this lovely 50s and 60s music blaring. Oh, let's go on Tidal Wave. I didn't know if it was going to open this season.
Islanders. We're proud that Thorpe Park Resort is a smoke-free park, and smoking and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted in town. We appreciate you working with us to create a pleasant environment for all of our guests, and we hope you have
So we've come off of Tidal Wave, and I'm soaked, but I've got my spare t-shirt. Now Louise was wearing her poncho, and as she got off the ride, there's this little walkway over here, and a boat came along and I saw it, and I said, no, quickly get back into the station building as the water comes straight over onto that platform, and poor old Louise copped the lot. So you wearing your poncho was pretty pointless, wasn't it?
I'm soaked.
And there was this guy that hid behind you.
Corona.
So here's what I mean, as the boat comes down the drop, this path here is totally cocked there. Poor old Louise was right by the door. I was about to say that I've had my wardrobe changed and I am dry, apart from my trousers, and Louise just tipped off a bottle of water over me.
Let me see your bag. I haven't got anything. Oh, it's not that bad.
Louise has got her revenge.
Soaked, like my bag.
We get on some coasters, your bum's really wet. Like, we'll have to get you on some coasters, get you in the sun. So I don't know what we're going to do next. Maybe head towards Soar. Should we go past this showground? Let's go. Right, so now that we've been on Tidal Wave, I've nearly dried off already. Louise, bless her. Oh, I feel so bad because you popped that wave.
You don't feel so bad because you won't let me get the water bottle.
No, because that's wasting our hydrating water. Anyway, we're going to go to the rapids again and then get on some more coasters.
I'm going to get the water on you.
Please don't. Please don't. Anyway, we're going to go into the Oktoberfest area because now it's open and everyone's enjoying their Wiener Schnitzel and their Bratwurst and their lovely German beer. So we're coming around to where Nemesis is now, and I want to see what the queue's like because it was really busy earlier, and of course this is probably probably my favourite, if not my second favourite. It depends on the day. Like Swarm's up there, but I do like a B&M invert. Obviously between this and Nemesis at Alton Towers, there's no comparison. Nemesis at Alton Towers is better than this one because it uses the landscape so much better. However, I still think this is a really good layout. Nemesis is still cracking a 35-minute queue at the moment, so I think we'll have to try this later because it's just running the run train at the moment and the queue is quite long because of it. Of Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Louise, you're drying off a bit now. I'm completely dry apart from my shoes, but it's not bothering me because it's hot. Anyway, we'll see you when we get off the ride. Another ride on the Oktoberfest. We call it Rumble Rapids. It's Oktoberfest. Do you know what? They've dialed it up a bit, I think. I don't know if that's just my imagination, but you seem to get a little bit more wet than you used to.
A little more wet.
Well, that was from Tidal Wave though. Anyway, we're going over to Stealth now, the 2006 Intamin Accelerator Coaster. Louise, you only started doing this last season, didn't you?
I've been on it once.
So we're going to redo that now. It's advertising a 5-minute queue. Can't turn that down. And then the only other coasters we haven't been on are Saw and Nemesis. I think Nemesis will probably be one of the last we do. As you can see around here, they've got one of the buses ready for the Amity Horror High School show that'll be running during Fright Nights. But yeah, the next ride is going to be Stealth. Sweet Stealth, but I don't understand why when they built it they didn't make it the UK's tallest. Obviously you've got the big one in Blackpool which is 235 foot. The only thing I can imagine is maybe height restrictions here, but you would have thought maybe they'd push it to 240 or 250 feet just to claim that record and have the tallest in the UK. But yeah, it is what it is, and it is a pretty good launched accelerator coaster. However, my personal favourite that I've been on is Red Force in Ferrari Land in Portaventura, Spain. That's got the new LSM launch system that Intamin do and the lap bars, which again Stealth could really use with. So I haven't really covered it yet today, but they have obviously got the social distancing markers in the queue, and as you saw as we went in the queue, there are hand sanitizers at the entrance and exits of every single ride. It does look like it's going to be a 5-minute queue for this one. Normally this season we've been queuing from over here, but there's no queue whatsoever. It's right up to the station. So it's not even queuing from here. We're walking literally straight to the station. Is it going to be just a walk-on? Yeah. It is going to be a walk-on. Fantastic ride on Stealth there. They're having to wait to fill the trains up. It's a little bit windy up there, and our train kind of just crawled over the top, and the one that you just saw then, that one really struggled to make it over the crest. So they're literally just waiting to fill the trains, as the chances of it rolling back at the moment are quite high by the looks of it. Anyway, we're going to head over to Rush now. Do you want to do Rush?
Luke says I need to get on it to dry.
That would be a good way to dry, you know, just sit down with your legs open. Oh god, that sounds really wrong. But, you know, it's a good way to dry, and we do love Rush. So we're going to head over to the Lost City now, and we'll see you over there. Next ride of the day, Rush. It's rocking a bit of a queue, but it's one of the high capacity screaming swings by S&S. So hopefully it won't be too long. In fact, it's not using the extension queue. Rush has well and truly ruined my hair. Look at it, it's destroyed. Anyway, we're now going over towards Saw the Ride. It was suffering downtime earlier. It'll actually be the first time we've ridden Saw this season, as the first time we visited when the park's reopened, it was broken down all day, wasn't it? And they reopened it at like 4:30, but we left at about 4 o'clock because it was so quiet. So the 2009 Eurofighter over here is definitely the best themed one in the country, but since then though, we've actually ridden every single one in the UK now. Obviously there's only 3 Eurofighters in the UK, one being Rage at Adventure Island in Essex.
That one's good.
You've got the one here, Saw the Ride obviously, and then you've got Speed at Oakwood, which was the first in the UK, and I really did like that.
That was fun.
That was good. It was fast and the elements were just
I'd
so
say
good.
Speed is the most intense.
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
This one is pretty intense.
This one's pretty intense, but this one by far takes the throne on theming, obviously being themed to the Saw franchise. Anyway, taking the quiet path next to Colossus and all that, you don't really see many people around here because it's quite a hidden away path. Unless you're coming from the Saw area, you don't really notice it because it's behind a little shop. Just coming past the Thorpe Bell where Saw Alive was, it'd be nice to see them do something with this. But they've just ripped it out, and to be honest, they just need to get rid of it. You fit a nice little flat ride here if they use the space widely. So Saw is advertising a 20-minute queue. We'll have a look, see if that's the case as we go on Saw. We'll see you when we get off the ride. Just come off of our ride on Saw the Ride, and I totally forgot that them Eurofighters, when they get hot and they're running nice and fast, they are so rough and quite intense. We both sat in the middle because obviously there's social distancing in that one, but my god, I hate to think what it's like on the outside at the moment. It was rough enough on the inside. It's the problem with these Eurofighters, they do get a bit of a rattle when it gets hot, but still a brilliant ride. I do love the theming in it. So now we're done with Saw, we're going to head round towards Nemesis, that sort of area via the Old Town. We're just going to take a slow walk through Old Town, having a look at some of the rides and anything we can see. I've heard they've got a new soundtrack for Oktoberfest on Samurai, but they're not playing it at the moment. Just playing this classic one, but it was playing a minute ago. So as we're into the hub towards Old Town, as always throughout the season, it's just deserted. The only time this gets any traffic is during the Fright Nights, which obviously Creek Freak Massacre isn't going to be here this year. Platform 15 is, but it's changing slightly. Louise was just pointing out they've got a new cabin here for the drink fountains. So obviously with the Creek Creek Massacre not coming back this year, it's going to be like a scare zone. It's a bit of a shame because I loved this Fright Night maze, didn't you, Lou?
I know.
That was such a good Fright Night maze.
We've only done 1 year's Fright
Yeah,
Nights,
we did.
so
It was the first year last year. But yeah, you can kind of see they've done some work over here, but it'll be interesting to see what they do for this season. Still got the chop in for the lock flume down there. Sadly, this is the area which time has kind of forgot. They've kind of put these two kiddie rides in, but look, you've even got an old Ribena logo up on this sign here that just hasn't been updated. This area is in need of a bit of TLC. You know, they can fit like a pretty cool wooden roller coaster back there, or as we all want in the coaster community in RMC. Just needs to happen. Come on, Thorpe Park. Right, so we've decided to stop off for a quick ice cream break. Louise has got the classic cornetto, and I got myself a cookie dough sandwich, and then just a drink to keep us going. I believe the next ride, like I say, is going to be Nemesis. I'm just going to jump in the queue no matter what, because it is the only coaster left, and then we'll do some re-rides. I want to get back on Swarm. Anything else you want to do? Stealth again, maybe?
Flying fish.
Yep, it's a shame that the Walking Dead ride's shut. For as much jip as people give it, I don't dislike it. I think it's better than X. That is my controversial thing. I think it's better than X when it was like the club remix. The original X Way Out ride, though, it has nothing on when it had all the original like elevator theming and all that. But yeah, I do like what they've done with it. So we only waited about 10 minutes for Nemesis as it was advertised. That was running really fast, but as good B&Ms do, they run really smooth, and it was good. It had some good forces to it. I just think it's such a good roller coaster. It's not as good as Nemesis, but it is up there. It is one of the best in the UK, and I do love it. Anyway, our day is slowly drawing to an end now. We're heading over to the King Peak Dodgems in Angry Bird Land. Then we're probably going to do a re-ride on Swarm and Flying Fish, and then we're probably going to look at the time and it'll be time to go. Possibly Stealth. Because it's coming up to about, what's the time now? It's 4 o'clock on the nose, so we'll probably get a few more rides done. So we just done 2 rides on the Wild Pig Dodgems, and they're running quite fast, and people are not obeying the one-way rule, and they're not saying anything either.
I think they're enjoying watching us all out, so.
There's so many empty cars in it as well. There was just kind of
they hurt more actually when you hit them.
One of my tactics was I was hitting empty cars and like pushing them towards other people's cars. Anyway, we're going back on Stealth now. Our last few rides of the day. We'll do Stealth, and then we'll do Flying Fish and Swarm, and then we're probably going to be going. But I've had a brilliant day so far. Probably one of the best days I've had in Thorpe Park for a long time. So, since we last spoke, we have been on Stealth, we have been on Detonator, and we've just come off of the Oompa Rapids for the third and final time. And we caught 2 mega waves, which you can't really see on Louise's bag, but she's wet. And Louise, take the camera and show them me. I don't know whether you can see me. Over. I'm soaked. I don't think I've ever been so wet from riding that. So anyway, it's coming up to 1:45 now, so 15 more minutes. So we're going to give Flying Fish a miss. We're going to head straight for Swarm, and then that'll be the day over. We might have a quick look in the shop before we go. But yeah, that's nearly the end of the vlog, guys. Right, so it's time for the last ride of the day, guys. It's going to be the B&M wing coaster that is Swarm. Here we go. So we've just got off of not one last ride on Swarm, but 3. So
because of me, because Luke was like, I'm too scared, I need to go home to be boring.
I was just like, that's the last train. They were like, you can stay on. It's like, okay, let's do that. Anyway, that is all for this vlog, guys. I have had one of the best days at Thorpe Park
that
I've had in a long time. Like, the only things that could have made it better is if, like, the Walking Dead ride was open and we could have gone on Storm Surge. However, I've had a really good day. Louise has had a really good day.
I've had like the best day ever. I've loved it.
It's been really good. But yeah, that's all for this vlog, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, by all means leave a like. Don't forget to whack that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. It means a lot to the channel, and we're very fast approaching 1,000 subs now. That's all from us. See you in the next vlog.
Bye.